prayers. Hi, everybody. Good evening. This is Jessica from Geniechat, and we are here for our Monday Night Live training. It sounds like one of those WWE events, Becky, like Monday Night Live or something.
Monday night, ready to rumble.
Or maybe it's football. I think I've been in a football thing. My husband is obsessed with football right now, but we have a really good training for you. So if you are popping in and you're new here, we do these free trainings with incredible speakers and thought leaders and coaches around the internet sphere in direct sales. And I'm sure you've heard of Becky Launder of Modern Direct Seller. She's one of the best, and we love her trainings, and she is incredible. And she's here tonight to help you get 2024 planned. Becky, that's incredible. And you're giving away a freebie tonight, right?
I am. So anyone joining us, if you want the freebie, all you have to do is message me, and I'm going to send you the workbook directly. We're not doing any fancy landing pages or opt-ins or anything like that. We're keeping this like real tonight. So you can just message me directly. m.me/modern-direct-seller is going to be the best place to go. Just message me and say, Perfect. I love that workbook. Yeah.
And just so you know, everybody, the link is in the comments. So I will give it over to Becky, who is just so gracious to come here and share this with us. Thank you so much, Becky. It means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to exit stage left because I almost messed up the live stream, you guys.
We are live. It is all happening. It's great. I'm going to share my screen. So let me go ahead and click here and present. Let's see if I can make the magic happen now that Jessica's left me. No, really, I am so excited to be here with all of you tonight to talk a little bit about 2024 planning. So with that said, let's go ahead and share this tab. Oh, there we go. We don't need to share the audio from that tab. Let's share that tab. I think that should be popping up and everyone should be seeing it. Let's hope that that's working. Full screen, possibly. There we go. Magic. Amazing. I don't know. Jessica might be working some magic for me in the background. But I'm so excited you're here. As you're popping in, say hello. Let me know where you are joining us from. In fact, I am going to take this and move it over here so I can still see your chat. Too many windows open. Anyone else have all the windows happening in their life? There we go. Okay, perfect. So I think I should be able to see your chat at the same time. But we're going to run through a few slides tonight. We're going to talk about planning and really being here for it here in 2024. It's hard to believe that we are already a week into the year. Oh my gosh. So if any of you did not have time over the holiday break to spend time with your 2024 plans, and maybe, just maybe, you're feeling a little behind the curve or a little bit like, oh, I probably should have done this earlier, but it's 2024 and I'm here and I'm ready to roll. You're in the right place tonight. Or if you already have a pretty good vision of your goals and where you want to go for this year, this is also going to give you some just really nice direction and maybe a couple things to think about as you refine and solidify your plans for the year. So with that said, I'm going to dive right into these slides and take you through it. Like I said, I have a planning workbook for you. We're keeping it old school tonight. You can simply message me at m.me/modern-direct-seller and I will get you that workbook. I know Jessica was so awesome to put it over in the chat as well. And I thought I'd start by sharing a little of my story. I know that we have a lot of familiar faces here tonight, so happy to see all of my friends. But for those of you that I have not yet met, my story probably isn't that much different than yours. I started out in direct sales as a kidnapper. No intention of actually building a business. No way, no how. I had a great corporate marketing career in a leadership strategy company, and I loved every minute of it. But as my business started to build, I got to see that exponential growth, that good momentum. And at the same time, I had little babies at home and was trying to figure out how to have a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more balance in my life. So before long, I left my corporate career and dove all into the direct sales world. In my business grew, I built several six-figure direct sales businesses, and now I have the privilege of exclusively working with those in the field and then our corporate partners as well to serve them and help them grow their direct sales businesses faster. So I'm not in the sales field anymore. I focus just on training, strategy, and systems. So there's a cute updated family photo up there up top. This was just back in November. So I am normally known as Mama of Mackenzie and Cody. I'm in sunny San Diego, but I have to say, you guys, it was freezing this morning. So cold, literally, well, not quite freezing, but it was 38 degrees when I took my kids to school this morning. So not that sunny San Diego that I normally love. And I'm definitely swapping out my iced coffee for some hot coffee. Curator of office supplies. And I am pretty much obsessed with really getting direct sellers awesome results in their business. So formally, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller. I have a book, I have a podcast, and I get to lead so many amazing members of our Modern Direct Seller Academy. If you're part of the Academy, give me a little bit of a shout out. I'm going to share a teeny bit about that here at the tail end today. And I love working with our corporate partners. So I'm doing a lot of work this year with J. Bloom Designs. I will be at Tastefully Simple's leadership event coming up, their Spring Summer Palooza, and also speaking at Color Street's conference coming up for their leadership summit. So lots of fun corporate work behind the scenes, and love our corporate partners as well. This is our mission, really to provide training, systems, strategies to empower modern direct sellers to reach those big goals, find success faster in direct sales. Before we dive into everything, I'd love to connect. So grab your phone as you're watching, find me over on Instagram, hang out with me here on Facebook. I think you might even be able to just click follow or something and I'll magically show up, but let's definitely connect. I'd love to hear what you learned tonight. If you find this valuable, snap a photo of it, share it on social. That would absolutely mean the world to me. So as we're thinking about 2024, I think it's first important to take a step back and really reflect and release. Okay, 2023 was a big year in the direct sales world. There was a lot happening, a lot shaking. And I think for many, some big plans that they created and maybe remaining a little bit more flat or kind of struggling to keep our heads above water, right? 2023 was a tough year for many direct sellers and many direct sales companies. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give you the raw tonight. So I know many of you would look back on last year and think, oh man, like I really had some big visions at the start of the year. And by the end of the year, you know, I was really happy at where I landed, but it wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. So as we're getting ready to look forward here to 2024, going through that process of really reflecting, releasing is so important. So we're going to dive into that a little bit tonight. Then we're going to talk about something a little bit more fun. We're going to dive into that vision of what we want out of our business here in 2024. And then we're going to create a plan. So I'm going to walk you through how to actually create that 90-day plan that you can stick with and work on as you are building your business this year. So as we're thinking about reflecting, releasing, a couple of reflection questions. And again, these are in that workbook. So don't feel like you have to take pictures of every slide or capture everything or jot down notes super fast. Just simply message me. Happy to get you that workbook. But I want you to think back to last year about what you're most proud of, what you're most grateful for, where maybe you feel like you fell short or things that didn't get finished in 2023. And also reflecting on what activities did you really love doing the most in your business? Maybe what you didn't enjoy doing very much in your business. That's important too. What milestones you're looking to hit and when you felt your best. I love this GIF. You know, we're going to just let it go. Let it go. We're going to Elsa it. We are going to let it go. 2023 is officially in the past. So after we do that quick reflection, it is time to look forward and create a plan for 2024. So as we're creating that vision, another set of reflection questions that I'd love for you to dive into. And I recognize as we're going through these slides tonight, you're not going to be able to answer all of these questions in real time. So spend some time with that workbook that I'm gifting you and really think about that vision that you're working to create here in 2024. Little spoiler alert, I'm going to share some predictions for 2024 and how you might want to work those into your vision and your plan and your strategy as you're going about the year. But what do you want to do more of? What do you want to do less of? I know for me, what do I want to do more of? I want more beach days. What I want to do less of is less hustling and scrambling and pulling things together at the last minute, right? And I think this question around success is so important. What does success look like for you? It's going to look different for you than it is for me, than it's going to look different from your best friend and your biz bestie and your upline and your sideline. What does success look like to you? You can't compare here. This is your personal definition, right? What milestones do you want to hit? And of course, I'm a training girl over here. What are your learning and development goals for the new year? Then once we get into planning, it's important to think about what obstacles might get in the way of us hitting that big vision we have for our business. How do we remove those obstacles or navigate those obstacles? So I always like to joke that I love my kiddos, but sometimes they're a little bit of an obstacle in me getting everything done that I want to accomplish. So we're not going to remove them completely, but it might be asking for help. Hey, I really need these 2 hours blocked off, and I'm going to need some childcare so I can focus on what I need to do. So anticipating those obstacles is going to really set you up for success in 2024. Also, identifying what those top priorities are. What are your non-negotiables, must-dos, must-happen? Do you have a word for 2024? I'm curious. The word that I landed on is bold. And it took me a while to come to that one. This last year it was joy. This year I'm landing on bold, showing up and making big, bold statements and claiming where I want to be and what I'm doing in my business. I know Jessica's word is do. Love that so much. And in 2024, what are you most excited about? Okay, love this quote. Planning brings the future into the present so you can do something about it right now. How powerful is that statement, right? We want to bring the future into the present so we can do, Jessica's word, do something about it now. So I love planning. I am a planner at heart. So I actually really enjoy planning. I feel like if you look behind me, this whole table has butcher paper and all different colored markers on it. As we were going about our 2024 planning, I'm still a little bit in it too. So the other question I want you to think about is really how this business helps you create the lifestyle that you envision. And, sometimes we talk about your why and people say your why should make you cry and things like that. I'm not a big crier. But I do believe that this business is helping you create the lifestyle that you're envisioning, right? So is it time flexibility? Is it having community? Is it being able to travel? Is it paying off debt? Is it covering a short-term expense? I keep joking that, my daughter has braces right now and orthodontist is not inexpensive. Is it fun stuff, the extra stuff? Is it because you love learning? Is it because you're saving for retirement or want to retire early? Is it day-to-day? Like gas and groceries are so expensive. Maybe it's location freedom. I know we have a lot of members, not a lot, we have a few members in our academy that are living that RV life and traveling, and they want that location freedom where they're not kind of stuck to one spot. I mean, I love that I can work my business anywhere, but we also built this big, beautiful office. So I'm excited to spend a little bit more time here this year. Here's a quick Mad Lib style 2024 plan for you. If you're like, oh my gosh, planning makes my brain hurt, I don't think that I can spend hours and hours thinking through my plans, at the bare minimum, fill in the blank here. In 2024, I want to, I will earn, I will learn, I want to be, I'm going to say yes to, I'm going to say no to, I'm creating, I'm celebrating. So simple, fill in the blank planning process. All right, I'm going to share with you a couple of my predictions for 2024. I have 3 of them. I'm going to run through them pretty quickly for you, but I think they're going to be really important as you're crafting that plan for 2024 to factor in these predictions of what things look like in the direct sales world this year. The first one is really that shopping experience that you create for your customer matters. I hate to be the one to tell you, but the Facebook party days, and they're like a little bit in the past, right? Yes, you can definitely still have a successful Facebook party, but it's going to be more important to think about how you can best serve your customers. And that shopping experience might look different depending upon who you're hanging out with. Of course, if you're hanging out with somebody on Facebook and all their friends are on Facebook, maybe it's a Facebook party. But for other people, that might just be a direct conversation. Maybe you're tapping into Geniechat to track those conversations and make sure you have the key messages right there at your fingertips. So direct messages, Could be a Zoom event, it could be a vendor event, it could be in person getting together. I love Party in a Post if you're going to do parties on Facebook, right? That's a great way to kind of streamline things and keep it simple and easy for people. Drop-in shops, scroll parties, like you have some options here in 2024. Back in the day, it was like, oh, I just go on Facebook and I post some images and I'm done for the day, right? But as you're thinking about that shopping experience, think about who your customer is, where they hang out, where their friends hang out. Can they offer you referrals in another way if it's not through a party? Really, the bottom line is if we're not doing parties, we need to expand our customer base. So where are we going to go find those customers? How are we going to connect with them? And then how are we going to best serve them? By creating incredible shopping experiences. And this topic is not just a direct sales trend. If you're looking at any kind of e-commerce trends for 2024, that shopping experience and the ease of shopping online is more important than ever. Social media has built-in shopping experiences. So really, shopping has to be an experience for it to stand out. And as a direct seller, this is something that you do better than anyone else out there. I truly believe that. A big box store, AI, nobody can replicate that experience that you're providing for your customers. All right, I have a couple examples here. I'm going to fly through these just for the sake of time. All right, 2024 prediction number 2, keep everything short and sweet. All right, so short form video continues to be on the rise, right? So when we're thinking about Reels or TikTok, like people have an attention span of 7 seconds, if that. I don't know. I think the latest is like do a 3-second looping reel, right? Short and sweet. Keep it really, really focused. Permission-based marketing. And I know Jessica talks a lot about this too with Geniechat, but really asking people if they'd like to receive information and being curious and keeping it conversational before assuming they want information, right? And just word vomiting on them. So asking, so permission-based marketing is, hey, I have an event coming up on Tuesday. Would you like an invite? Hey, we have a new catalog. Can I send you that catalog? Hey, checking in with you. It's time to reorder. You want me to help you get that order placed, right? So rather than here's the link, go do it, you are actually serving them and asking for permission and keeping it really conversational. A super duper easy way to do that is just to simply respond thoughtfully to stories, both on Facebook and on Instagram, right? A couple examples here. I'm going to share this one down here at the bottom. This is a text that we sent out over Project Broadcast over the fall. And yeah, right before Black Friday. And I do a lot of texting. I do a lot on social media as well. But in this particular example, we had about a 10% response rate, which I don't even know how many people are over in my texting account, but there's a lot. So just an example of how to keep things really short, sweet, to the point, and making it easy for people to respond back to. And we got a lot of engagement on that post. Okay, another 2024 prediction for you. So number 3, digital marketing and social selling is required to stay relevant. Like I mentioned, this business really started for many of us as doing parties, whether those were in person or online. But here in 2024, we're going to need to layer in a bit more to really stay relevant for our audience. Our buyers have become more sophisticated, the market has changed, and so leveraging systems like text, email marketing, a CRM, a tool like Geniechat, being able to sell in those conversations is going to be absolutely critical. And rather than waiting until that next big thing you have in your business, my challenge to you would be to really focus on daily selling. How can you make a sale a day, and what will that look like in your business? Another example would be to build a website, to build your brand. We have a little website tool called Oh My Hi, and many are getting some really great results of kind of just doing things differently and building their brand differently using Oh My Hi and really taking things off of social media. All right, so best of all, I really believe that you can do this in 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day. We all have 20 minutes. I think we've spent 20 minutes here live together now. 20 minutes a day. You can get that done. So the formula that I train on, many of you are familiar with this, but I'm going to fly through it real quick. If you're new to me, I can give you a deep dive on this. We have tons of training, but the model is really ABC. It's as simple as that. Every day for 20 minutes, you can accomplish your ABCs. That's active selling, asking for a sale. Another way to remember that. So that's usually happening in a one-to-one setting or you're asking somebody if they would like to buy something. That's active selling. B is for building relationships, connecting with people and building up that sales pipeline of people that are interested in learning more about you and your business. Building relationships is absolutely critical, so you have people to ask if they'd like to purchase something, right? And then the last one, C, is for creating content. That's sharing content, whether that's over email, over text, over a website, over social media, creating content that's compelling, that's going to engage your audience and bring them into your world. Once they're in your world, you can build the relationship and ask for the sale. See how that works? CBA, ABC. All right, so that model is one that we talk a lot about, and I really believe that you can do that in 20 minutes a day, maybe even faster than that. So I'd love to hear in the comments as you're joining in, even if you're catching the replay, let us know where you found your last new customer. A new customer, where did they come from? Because our traditional strategies are the big ones: online parties, in-home events, pop-up events, vendor events, fundraisers, personal shopping appointments. Those are all the big strategies. But it's really those little strategies that add up. And I think this is really where Geniechat can be a great asset to you in creating follow-up conversations, making personal recommendations, having one-to-one conversations, inviting people to shop your site. All of those little strategies and those daily sales are really going to add up over time. So a formula for you that I also love to teach about, it's called 3 + 3 + 3 equals 3,000. And if you were my 11-year-old daughter, she's turned 11, she'd be like, Mom, the math doesn't add up. At this point, my 9-year-old son would also know the math doesn't add up. But this daily relationship building formula is going to help you make sure that you're being intentional about those relationships that you're building. And you can do that with reminders on Geniechat. So let me show you how this breaks down. It's reaching out to 3 current customers each day, 3 future customers each day, 3 people that haven't shopped with you. Maybe they've just kind of been lurking, hanging out. Maybe they're long lost friends that haven't shopped with you. Maybe they're people you've talked to and they just haven't really, kind of went for it and placed that order. And then 3 future teammates or people you'd love to collaborate with. When you do that over the course of a year, that's 3,000 conversations. 3,000. I'll say that again. 3,000 conversations over the course of a year, right? 3 + 3 + 3, 9 conversations a day across the course of the year is over 3,000 conversations. Now, my approach, sometimes I like to call it the lazy girl method, is just responding to those stories. People post in their stories what they care about, what they're excited about, what they want other people to know about, and it's all about them, right? So a great way to engage with them, and if you're trying to find who those 9 people are every day, go look at those little bubbles at the top of your Instagram and Facebook and simply respond to the stories. And the best way to get a reply is to ask easy questions. Sometimes we overcomplicate things and we launch into long-winded messages. Remember, keep it short and sweet. Ask easy questions. That's why that poll, the ABCD that I shared with you, it performed so well because it was really easy for people to respond back to. And once they respond back, then you can engage in a conversation with them. Don't forget to call to action on any content you're putting out there and creating, because your goal is, again, to move it from a post on social into a one-to-one conversation. So that might be comment yes, or message me for my workbook over at m.me/modern-seller, right? Or get this here, or for a sneak peek of what's new, comment new. If you want a personal recommendation, message me. We're moving people into one-to-one conversations. There you go. She's telling it to you right here on the slide too. Number 1 goal is to move content into a conversation. So it's pretty simple, right? ABCs, 3 through 3s, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Think about what that would do for your business. I'd love to hear in the comments just 1 or 2 words. What would that do for your business? Would it explode? Would there be growth? Would there be momentum? Think about what that would do for you if you could commit to these simple daily habits that truly build up and have big results. All right, a couple more things here before we wrap up. I'd love for you to give yourself the gift of that action plan. So again, in the planning workbook that I'm sharing with you, we're laying this all out for you so you can really create a plan. Now, I love thinking about the year as a whole. 2024, oh my gosh, the possibilities are limitless. We have so much opportunity in front of us. And while we have so much opportunity in front of us, I want to focus on the first 90 days because focusing on an entire year can feel a little overwhelming. So thinking about those first 90 days and what you're going to do in your business in the next 90 days is going to be absolutely critical. So think about what are those things that you can accomplish. Maybe it's promoting to a level of leadership. Maybe it's adding to your team. Maybe it's reaching a certain amount in sales volume, launching a presence on social media. Maybe you're adding YouTube or LinkedIn. Maybe you're setting up a system, you're earning an incentive trip, you're writing blog posts. So think about what those things are that really fit into your goals for the year and how you want to start your year. So a couple ideas there for you. And then we're going to break it down into a 90-day plan. Now, this is the exact same planning process that I use in my own business. We think about our 90-day plan, our big picture goal, and then we break it down into 3 monthly milestones. So we have a bonus this year. There's a leap year. So we have 29 days in February. So that's exciting. But really, we're thinking about January, February, and March. So here's an example. Let's say I want to create a YouTube channel and I want 100 subscribers. My first milestone is going to be to set up the channel to get the first 50 subscribers. Second is going to be recording 8 videos and adding another 25 subscribers. I'm going to duplicate that for the 3rd period of time as well. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to break it down even further. We're going to break it down to weekly milestones. So we're getting really granular here about what we are doing in our business each and every week with the goal of that 90-day objective of creating and launching that YouTube channel and reaching 100 subscribers. So you can see how this can break down week by week by week by week to keep us on track to hit that big overarching goal that we've set. Now, a couple more things as you're thinking about your goals for the year. There's 3 goals that are really 4 goals that I like to talk a lot about. The first one is a bank account goal. This is how much money you're actually putting in your bank account for the year, for the quarter, for the month, right? So we often talk about our sales goal because that's what our back office shows us. But I really want you to focus on that bank account goal, right? How much income do you want to make? Because that's going to help create that lifestyle that you envision that your business is enabling you to do. So the bank account goal first. Secondly, the sales goal, right? Getting into the sales goal. Okay, if my income goal for the month of January is $1,000 and I make a 25% commission, my sales goal's got to be $4,000, right? 4,000 times 25% commission gets me $1,000 in my bank account. So we're going to work backwards and identify that sales goal. Then we're going to create that team goal. All right, that team goal is, hey, I'm going to add this many people, or hey, I want to collaborate with this many people. If you're not interested in team building, you can swap that out for collabs. And then a personal goal. What's something you're working towards? Is it listening to a podcast? Is it reading a book? Is it building skills, doing live video? What are those things that are going to help move you forward? Next up, we're going to share and declare. We're going to put it out there for the world. And I don't want you to skip this step. I know I've mentioned the workbook like 40 times, but I'm going to mention it again. I want you to grab that workbook and I want you to cozy up and dream big. I want you to think about what you envision for this year in front of you and put it down on paper. You are far more likely to reach your goals when you actually write them down versus just kind of think about them a little bit. Even if it's writing it down on a Post-it note and putting it on your desk, that's going to fail-proof your goals. We don't want to wait. We want to set those goals now. Before we know it, it's going to be May. That's too far out. We want to set our goals right here, right now, and then we're going to keep them in front of you. So whether you're using that 90-day plan and you have it up on your wall, maybe it's a whiteboard, maybe it's a sticky note, whatever you need to do, but I do want you to write them down. Keep it in front of you throughout the year to keep you focused on your goals. We have too many distractions, too many shiny objects out there. So keep it front and center so you can stay super focused. And then tell someone. Stay accountable. Even if you need to message me, tell me your goals, tell Jessica your goals, tell your best friend, tell your spouse, tell your biz bestie, tell your upline, your sideline. You know how excited your upline will be when you come to them and say, here's my 90-day plan? They'll be pretty excited. So write that down, build out your plan. I do have this really awesome workbook. I have a picture of it right here, but the Best Year Ever workbook, if you're looking to go more in depth, this workbook takes you through every single month of the year. It's undated. It's not a planner where you're going to write down what you're doing every day. It is a business plan. So this is something available on our website over at moderndirectsellershop.com. But definitely think about writing that down. I don't care where you do it. That's just another resource for you to have available to you. So if you are ready, creating a vision board, Patty, love that. So if you're ready, it is go time, my friends. I am so excited for you to conquer your 2024 goals. I hope you spend more time with that workbook and really kind of revisiting what your plans are. You can come back and even rewatch this training a couple months from now as you're thinking about your goals for the next quarter. But having a really clear plan is going to help you get where you want to go, right? So the last thing I'm going to, go ahead. You're just
Was there something else? I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was going to say, if you're looking for extra help, support, ideas, coaching, all the things, come hang out with us inside the Modern Direct Sellers Academy. That's
Definitely get her academy. Yes.
Message me. It's okay. We have consistency trackers. We have workbooks. We have training courses, all the things. We have a brand new social selling implementation plan that we're putting together on a monthly basis. Just really, really good stuff. So feel free to text me or message me, and I'll let you know about our January enrollment bonus. That's all I got for you.
That is so good. So good. Can I just tell you, the nerd in me is so excited about the planning. I get your workbook every year, and I totally dropped the ball last year. I did not. I think we even messaged. You're like, did you even actually fill it out? I was like, I did like a page or two. Because you get so overwhelmed.
And it's there for you. You can always come back to it.
So good. And since it's not dated, it's still good for me.
It really is. It really is. Yes, absolutely. It's a digital version of it. Because some people are like, I like to keep all my, I don't want a bunch of paper. We do have a digital version too.
For sure. I did not know you had a digital. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You have everything.
Modern Direct Seller Academy. We have all the things.
I love it. Your academy is incredible. So are your doors open right now for your academy?
Doors are open right now. Yes, they are.
Get on over there, everybody.
Yeah, and if you message me, I'll let you know our January enrollment bonus. It's not over on the website, but yeah, moderndirectselleracademy.com if you want to learn more about the academy.
Love it. Well, let us know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, because Becky was dropping so many knowledge bombs.
I talk fast.
So happy. I'm so happy, and I love it all. And so funny how it goes right into, we're going to be launching tasks soon in Geniechat.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm coming for Trello. I'm coming for Excel. Like, we're just going to get all the apps and put them in one, everybody. So
amazing.
This is definitely along the lines of, like, back into those daily small actions. What do you need to do? Right.
Yeah.
That's the part where you get overwhelmed and you think, and then you procrastinate, and everything happens at the end of the month and you're stressing out. That's not good. Right.
Not good. Nobody wants to be at that end of the month scramble, right? Like if you can spread it out, if you can, start early and pace yourself, you're going to see such greater results. And here's the other thing. I didn't mention this during the training, but I talk to our Academy Pro and VIP members about this all the time. And we just had a retreat on Friday. And, so often we do look at things on a monthly basis, right? In direct sales, you log into your back office and it's like, oh, it's January 8th and here are your goals and here's where you're at. And everything restarts. It's going to be February 1st. You flip back to 0. And while I understand why we do that and having monthly goals are important, once you reach a certain level of your business, I think it's better to take a little bit bigger picture view. So I really love that 90-day plan and knowing, okay, January, if you're going to be traveling half of January, January is a slow month for you, but February is crazy and you have a new catalog releasing and new products and you have a million events and you have tons of customers coming. Like, I think it is really helpful to have a bigger picture lens as you're looking at your business instead of just looking at it on the monthly basis, which is kind of what we've been trained to do. So I love the bigger picture view.
No, I love it. It goes into that, where I was saying you want to be a farmer or a fisher. And if you're farming, you have to think out, like you have to plan ahead. You have to see a bigger picture, or else you're just kind of scrambling and then you're feeling like you're, overwhelmed, and then you disappoint yourself and then you're discouraged. And we don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, everyone, if you're on the replay, I know Becky will be in the comments. You can absolutely tag her if you have any questions. We are streaming live on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook. We're all over the place. So get those notifications all over the place, Becky.
I can barely keep up with my notifications. I will proactively go check all those places.
Facebook alone is like a lot, right? But get her workbook and get tapped into her community, guys. It's just incredible. And I love that, we're always going to bring you experts who really understand those intentional strategies that we teach and that Geniechat can help support you do. And you don't have to use Geniechat, like you don't have to use the workbook, but these are tools to help you do it easier. And so if you need that free trial for Geniechat, let us know in the comments. And we even have a link. We have Becky's link there, and you get that 7-day free trial. Okay. So
Amazing.
everyone have a good night. Thank you so much, Becky.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.